Okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Super Bowl Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com, Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, and ProChargeEV.com. All right, y'all. Super Bowl Sunday, Chiefs, Eagles. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Let me hear the picks. I think I'm sticking with the Chiefs. I am sticking with the Chiefs. It's bet on Patrick Mahomes, um, best player in the game. Been on the stage before, so I'm rolling with the Chiefs to get it done again, man. I think we've talked about it a couple times this week, but the Eagles at their best, I think, are the best team in the NFL this year. Jalen Hurts has played exceptionally well. You look at those receivers with Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, really a three-headed monster running the football. So there's a lot to like about Philly. Their defensive line is great. Obviously, Ndamukong Suh made another good choice picking Philly this year. So he's back in the Super Bowl again. But yeah, man, I think I'll go KC and I'll enjoy the game tonight, man. Look forward to watching it. Erica and Drew were going to some friend's house. I was like, don't invite me. I'm not going. Not interested. And it's not necessarily these people. It's I'm not going to anybody's house. Sit at my house. I'll put a steak on the grill. Probably give me a potato, glass of wine, sit outside and watch the game, watch commercials, watch a halftime show, and have a really good day. So, Lady Tigers today against South Carolina. Really anticipate a game, right? 1 versus 2. Battle of the Unbeatens there in Columbia. That'll be a nice little appetizer, I guess, for the Super Bowl today. And the men's team lost last night to Texas A&M. It was bad in the first half, man. They were down 24 at halftime, and that doesn't even tell the whole story. It was bad. Good on LSU for rallying, though. They lost by 12. So, you look at if all you do is you look at the final score, you miss the comeback in the second half. So the people who say is McMahon lost the team, this or that, it's pretty clear they still play hard, man. They were at about maybe like the 10:43 mark of the first half. They had 7 points. God. Brutal. Anyway. All right, let's say some good mornings here, see what y'all got. We appreciate y'all for being here. Ryan Amanda Guidry, what's going on? Jason Horn, Greg Duga, sequin jacket up. We riding. Okay. If it's purple and golden wins, people will support it. I say that all the time. Bubba Tatum, good morning. Go prop bet, screw both teams. Mark, what's going on? Brian Dixon, LSU basketball is not progressing. Would have hoped to see this team improve. Like, how would you like to see them improve? Like, I'll hold your feet to the fire a little bit. Tell me how you would like to see them improve. Like, LSU is a mid-major, a low mid-major playing against the SEC. If you really want to gauge their improvement, start now. If you really want to gauge their improvement, start with this stretch they have coming up. Because look, They started 11-1, didn't they? Or 12, and they started 11-1 knockout. They were 12-1 after they beat Arkansas. And they've lost to a lot of good teams. Now they got to go play at Georgia, which just beat Kentucky, by the way. But then next Saturday, you get South Carolina, who's terrible. You get Vanderbilt, who can surprise you, but I'm glad the game's in Baton Rouge. And you're at Ole Miss, who's terrible. Let's see how you do in those 3 games. That'll gauge your improvement. That'll show you. If you get waxed by those 3 teams, that's inexcusable. Tom Grandin, good morning. Chris P, good morning. Bill Gallion, good morning. Larry Garner got the Eagles, all right. Tyler Cooley, morning, Matt. Rolling with Clyde and the Chiefs. All right. Edward O, Nussbus driver, Eagles by 2 scores. Man, that would surprise me. That would surprise me. I'm not saying it's not possible. I mean, we've seen scores like that in the Super Bowl before where games get away. But shoot, the Bucs and the Chiefs a couple of years ago. That ended up being a double-digit win for Tampa. So we see it. But that would surprise me today if it ended like that. Randall Aufrecht. Morning, Matt. Did you see the NBA fine Cam Thomas 40K? Yes, I did. Randall, to say there's no more free speech in reference to that is kind of silly. Come on, man. Like, they fine coaches for talking about officials and players for talking about officials. Like, forever. Come on, man. Don't. It was a dumb thing to say. The kid apologized for it. He got fined. Okay, move on. It's not worth making it a thing. Spurge, morning, Matt. Thoughts on the over-under, the total? I need to holler at the otter, and I need to go back and listen to the show he had Randy McKay on this week, because Randy McKay is the prop bet master. He probably gives out like a dozen prop bets. Let's see. Excuse me. All right, Gamecast. Here we go. Total is at 51. So they're expecting the game in the 20s. I would go over that. I guess maybe Mahomes' ankle could give him problems, and both defenses could have a really good day. But man, I like those offenses too. All right, smash that like button if you would on YouTube. Subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, please like the page, share the post. Samuel Smith, if the Broncos offered Carmichael OC, but just threw in tight ends coach as well, would it be a lateral move still? Yes. Brennan Huff likes the Eagles. Raymond, morning, Scone, first day back from work trip to Costa Rica. All right, Raymond, welcome back. Now, you know what's interesting, though? Well, it was Philly 1.5. Now it's consensus pick is Philly 1. I guess you can get some ones out there. I'll be curious to see if the line moves at all, but ever since that line's been posted, it has not moved. I mean, it's been sitting right there at 1.5. So tells you you're getting equal, action on both sides, or that the odds makers are comfortable with their, with their line. Let's see. Pabler 15, what's going on? See, Bill, I heard it was 23 years that LSU had played the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think it's something like that. I think it's ever since Nick got there, it's been the consecutive years. Maybe Kevin Falk was the first, with to start that streak. So this is year 20. This is 22 for LSU. 22 consecutive years having a player in the Super Bowl. Jonathan Martin, Joey B19. Are they going to do a big ceremony for the renaming the court like they did last year? I would imagine they will. So stupid. GK Wells, good morning. Wendell Norman, strong side. Morning, Scone. Great game last night by Tiger softball. Okay. Craig Duga. I'm in so many darn squares. Chances to win 250, 500, B-Tax Pappies, EHT barrel proof. Oh my. Okay. Can I get in? Keith H. Can the men's basketball team get any worse? Yeah. Lose to Ole Miss, lose to South Carolina. That would be worse. Hang on, Cruiser Week. No. I figure out my TV provider won't log in. Logged into Cox. Oh, that's not working. Anyway, I got my smart TV in here, and for some reason recently, y'all, like it won't. When I go to ESPN, like it opens up the ESPN app. I'm logged in, but it won't let me watch shows. It's like authentication failed or something. Like why? GK Wells, good to see you on remote. Should do more of those. Yeah, not going to do more of them, man. Whenever we built that video studio back in 2017, we stopped doing remotes. So I used to do sometimes 2, 3, 4 remotes a week. It was just such a big revenue generator, right? When you're on remote. But when we built the video studio, we stopped taking the shows on remote because all the studio sponsorships are sold, right? But whenever we have something like, when OTB was at the Senior Bowl, or like when we go to SEC Media Days, or the Final Four last year, we go to events and things like that, we'll take it on remote. We had a good opportunity to do that on Friday because we got to work with Alex, and Rouse's has been a great sponsor, not just of AFR, but I mean, they're the Eagle 98.1 Game Day sponsor. They have an annual remote schedule with Eagle 98.1, and of course y'all hear T-Bob, do those on Fridays, the remotes at Rouse's. So Rouse is a huge sponsor. You had an opportunity to partner with them for a big event with Bregman there and all that stuff. A lot of exposure, so it worked out really well for that. PTG Toasty, morning, Matt. Sorry I missed y'all at Rouse's. Have been looking forward to it. Had to miss last minute. All good, man. It's all good. It was a great turnout. I mean, boy, Bregman was taking pictures, signing autographs like nonstop for 3 hours. I mean, the line never let up. It was crazy. Samuel Smith, if LSU gets Mississippi schools and A&M as their 3, that is an undeniable win for us. I agree, Samuel. So I was going through this. I actually charted this out last night. I'm going to post it somewhere. Just my idea. So if the SEC goes to a 6-3 model, or a 3-6 model, where you have 3 permanents and then the other 6 rotate annually, that's the most, I think, commonly accepted format that's going to come, which would allow you to maintain a lot of the rivalries, but also make sure that every team plays in every venue in a 4-year span. You play every team minimum twice over a 4-year span, home and away. So, Hey, babe. So I know I mentioned this, and there's a lot of LSU fans who are either upset or don't get it, but like the SEC is going to give every team, two sort of top half of the league opponents and one bottom half of the league opponent. So you have to start with what you know. For example, Bama's going to play Auburn and Bama's going to play Tennessee, meaning LSU's not going to be the third. LSU, Alabama are not going to play every year. Auburn's going to get Bama and Georgia. LSU and Auburn is not going to happen every year. Florida is going to get Georgia and likely Tennessee. So you're probably not going to see LSU Florida every year. So you start to look and you go, okay, well Tennessee's going to get Bama, Florida, and Vanderbilt. They're going to maintain that in-state deal. The Mississippi schools are going to draw each other. You know what I mean? Like you start there with the things that you know are going to happen. And then you kind of fill it out the rest of the way. Which is why I think that it's ultimately going to end up being LSU getting A&M and the Mississippi schools. Let's see, Joey Mackey, morning, Matt. One of my good friends I work with at Disney is transferring to your side of the company, joining ESPN. Okay. Craig Duda, William LaRue Wellerpool still has some spots left, 50 per, I believe. How many are they selling, Craig? I might be interested in that. Might be down on that. Reports of Bucks being interested in Jimmy G if the Saints get Carr, they're the best quarterback in the division. I think Derek Carr and Jimmy Garoppolo are kind of what and what. I don't know that there's a real big disparity between the two. And I'd be really interested, does Atlanta ride with Desmond Ridder and does Carolina draft a quarterback with their first pick, which I think is 9th? It's a huge problem with the ESPN app on Fire TV, especially. I had to start watching ESPN on my Xbox. The login is screwed up. Oh, that sucks. I don't know what to do. Should I log out and log back in? I don't know. Dustin Fondo just got me a ticket to watch the Lady Tigers play basketball. About to head into town, do a little pregame beer drinking. Can't wait. All right, Dustin, are you up in Columbia? You're in South Carolina? Condon went. Condon sent me a picture from the airplane yesterday. Richard, his son Ryan, his wife Sue flew up to Columbia for the game. Joey B19, has there been a LSU baseball season with this much anticipation? Oh, I'm sure, man. There have been years where LSU was preseason number one. You could talk about some of the years where they were defending national champs. 2010, there was a lot of anticipation. 2009 was huge. They had gone to Omaha in 2008. They were opening the new box in 2009. So, yeah, there's been a lot of seasons around here like this. But it is safe to say that the talent level brought in via the transfer portal really makes this one feel big for different reasons, I think. Rob Boudreaux, I don't pay attention to the NFL that much. Mills not with the Eagles anymore, nor is he hurt. Or is he? No, he's not with the Eagles. No, he hasn't been in the Eagles for a long time. Jalen Mills hasn't been with the Eagles for a long time. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Star Hill Stunner, since LSU is adding multiple names to the basketball court, any chance I'll add Shaq's name? I mean, I'm kind of only halfway joking about it, Star Hill, but I mean, why not go Brown, Gunter, Pokey, Bob Starkey, who coached one of the Final Four teams as an interim after Pokey got fired for, or resigned. Van Chancellor, who went to a Final Four, and ultimately Kim Mulkey. Yeah, just string them all the way across the floor. Why not? Brian Wynn, good morning. Brennan Huff, last 9 quarterbacks to win MVP. Super Bowl year are 0-9. Ooh, good number, good stat. Hopeful for today's game against deep South Carolina team, but just wait. Dustin Font, I would rather LSU. Look, I don't think LSU's going to win today. South Carolina's better. They're the defending champion. They're deeper. They're more experienced. All that sort of stuff. And it's at home. It's in Columbia. So I'm not expecting LSU to win the game. I hope they do. It'd be great if they did. I would more so like to see this team maybe get a rematch at a neutral site in the Final Four. That's the one that I would really be interested to see. So, I mean, it's cool that they're going to add, have a lot of attention on the game. For perspective, I just looked this up. South Carolina is an 11.5-point favorite over LSU today. So, just for perspective on as good a season as LSU's having, as talented as they are, the disparity in the team, South Carolina is an 11.5-point favorite today. I mean, they're a double-digit favorite over the undefeated number 2 team. And that's the deal with women's basketball. Women's basketball is just not a deep sport. You don't have. There's a massive disparity between the really good teams and everybody else. So, anyway. Okay. Dustin Fontenot said, yes, sir. Stationed up here right outside of Columbia. I love this town. I've been to Columbia for a football weekend, and I really enjoyed it as well. I liked the city. I liked the campus. I liked the people. I agree with you. Keith Dart is morning Scone. As I approach age 38, I've noticed one of my nose hairs is gray. Is that wild or what? I think I got... Yeah, I don't know if I have gray nose hairs yet. I got plenty in my beard. I got plenty of gray in my beard now. Quinn Breakbill, good morning. Dane Bergeron, what's going on? Rocco, what's good, dude? Got the Chiefs today. What game day kicks your sport? I don't know, Rocco. It's a good question, man. Yesterday, I rocked the New Balance that our guy over at Ruckus gave us. When if y'all weren't watching, when Ronnie Paul came in studio a couple of weeks ago, he gave Terrio and I each a pair of shoes. He gave me these New Balance. I would have never bought New Balance for myself. They are so comfortable and they look good too, man. I don't know what I'm gonna wear today, Rocco. Good question. Bubba Smith, we go to church here in a little bit at 11:30, so maybe we're a little dressier. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. Maybe whatever I wear to church, I keep on all day. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just put on slippers and not do anything. All right. Bubba Smith, Megan Hurst, Kelly Gross, good morning. Blaine Berthelot. Mr. Matt, on your smart TV, go to your ESPN app. At the top, click ESPN Plus tab. You should be able to watch shows you want. Oh, let's try it. Let's try it, Blaine. But you know what's weird, Blaine? I've done this before, man. I've been able to watch shows on the app before. So, I open up the app. I'm logged in. I'm logged in with my TV provider and my ESPN subscription, my ESPN Plus subscription. All right, it's got the thinking wheel going right now. Let's see if this works. All right, let's go to ESPN Plus. Usually, right there on the home screen, it says countdown. So where's the countdown? All right, let's see. Waste management open. Blaine, I hope you're right. This would be awesome. But I want countdown. Where's countdown on here? See, I don't see countdown on here though. On Plus. Let me see. We'll go to football. Let's see if this works. Oh, this may be it. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth here, Blaine Berthelot. You might be the hero. Unable to play video. Error, user not authenticated. What's going on with this? What a bummer. No, what a bummer. I mean, I can get it on my phone. Why can't I get it on my smart TV? Blah. Blah. All right, smash that like button if you would on YouTube. Subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, please like the page, share the post. Like the page, share the post. Like the page, share the post. Austin Kidder, morning, Matt. I'm excited about the SC expansion. Lived in Austin for 9 years and looking forward to going back for a game every few years. All right, man, for sure. I didn't get to go in 2019 when LSU played Texas there. I don't know why we didn't go, but normally I try to make those trips when LSU makes those types of non-conference road trips. Like I went to Lambeau, went to LA for the Rose Bowl game. I'm sure we'll be in Orlando next year, but anyway. Bailey C, is college baseball not popular? I can't find LSU baseball on Yahoo Sports app. So Bailey C, typically, so college baseball has grown in popularity tremendously. I don't know what you're looking for on the Yahoo Sports app. Like you're looking for the team. Like you may not see a team stat there as an aggregator or anything like that. But usually around the postseason is when you start to see college baseball really ramp up its attention nationally. Because you got to keep in mind, Bailey, see, like LSU's going to play Western Michigan this Friday and this weekend. They probably have not even played outdoors yet at all. I mean, they're snowed and iced under. Everything they do is probably doing in a gym or an indoor facility somewhere. Gulf South, why is it 3 permanent teams, 9 conference games, 1 permanent team with 8 conference games being proposed? Why can't we have 1 permanent team with a 9-game schedule? Because they're trying to ensure Gulf South that they maintain a lot of the rivalries because you're going to ditch divisions. That's so like right now, keep in mind with an East-West, they could align the divisions such that like Alabama and Auburn are going to play every year, right? Georgia and Florida are going to play every year. So you have your permanent, so Alabama can play Tennessee and Georgia can play Auburn, and that's really the crux of it. But in a 16-team league, what's being proposed is like they would drop divisions. There wouldn't be an East and a West. So if you don't have divisions, then you're just looking at your order of finish, and so then you'd have to find a way to maintain Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, the cross divisionals that otherwise, and then the divisional matchups as well that would not be played every year because of the rotator. Let's see, Rob Boudreaux, the basketball court's going to look like a NASCAR. Like, I would kind of like to see that happen just to make a mockery of the whole thing, to make a mockery of what they did. We don't call it gray hair, it's chrome. Okay. Let's see, Brennan Huff, teams under 40% against spread have never won the Super Bowl. Chiefs were 38%, Eagles 52%. Look at these stats right there. Karan Sonier, if you were going to bet on any prop bet for the Super Bowl, what would it be? Everyone always bets the coin toss, right? Tails never fails. That's good enough. If you're talking about the game itself, I haven't looked at any prop bets. I mean, I'll generally place a bet if I'm gonna tell you, like I told you, the guy that goes with Jimmy's show, who is amazing at prop bets. I think it's what's his name? Dang, I gotta go find it. So that's what I'm gonna do this morning. I gotta go back and dig through Hot Show for all of his sharps that came on and see what the consensus and best plays are. Dalton Barnett, what's going on? Jesse Post, Cliff Nelson, ASCII Rock. Who do you like better, Pat Mahomes, Jared? And remember, Cliff, I'm gonna say it. Look, I get it. Man's mama said he goes by Patrick. I'm calling him Patrick. Pat is the daddy. Dude playing the Super Bowl today, Patrick. I mean, look. So his mama calls him. So his mama said his name was. She got all uppity on Twitter. Just like Stafford. It's not Matt Stafford. Wife went on Twitter, got all uppity. It's Matthew Stafford. Okay? Hey, man, that's what you want me to. I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you what you want to be called. No problem here, man. And look, Cliff, I think Erica went and got in the bath. Hey, Erica, you in the bath? That's right, Cliff. ESPN, that's exactly right. ESPN Plus, I can watch a game, and not every game, but I can't watch every ESPN Plus. Cliff said, ASCII Rock, who do you like better, Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts?
I'm not like Mahomes.
Why don't you like Mahomes?
I don't like him anymore.
Because he beat Barrow?
Yeah.
Oh. You used to love Mahomes.
I did not. You keep saying this. I did not ever love Mahomes. I thought his name. They say his name funny. I don't like. I've never liked him.
You say his
his
name
girlfriend
funny.
or wife drives me crazy. I mean, that's why I don't like him because of her. I've never liked him. You've always said that. I haven't.
Anytime I would ever bet against Mahomes, you'd be like, you bet against Mahomes? He's the best.
Because he's good. It's not because I liked him. I think he's good player. I don't like him. I'm not going to be good and you not like him. You're confused. I think you're confused. Do you want to show them my football pretzel sticks?
Okay.
So cute.
And so it begins. We lured her in. Braden Danton, what's going on? Bet in the house, $10 on the Eagles -1.5. Okay. Is LSU looking to be the favorite to win the West again? Probably not, Dalton. Considering some of the early lines we've seen for playoff and stuff like that, it'll probably be Bama. Okay.
I hope two.
Erica made pretzel sticks.
I hope two. Two.
Why?
Because
one is sufficient.
No, two.
One is sufficient.
That's the ugly one. Then I wouldn't have given you that one if you were just doing that one. Do this one. How cute are those?
It's a pretzel stick.
Let them see the end, like where your finger is there.
It's a pretzel stick dipped in chocolate.
And it's a football.
And it's a little football. They're little footballs.
So cute.
Laces out. Okay. Now that I got my hand all over these, you can still serve those?
Yeah.
That's gross.
Matt, nobody cares.
Oh, Erica, that's gross.
No, it's not.
It's hands all over people's food.
Matt, okay, I'll throw those two away. I'll leave those two for you.
Okay, perfect. Y'all smash that like button. As always, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Need Orthopedics. Remember, nights and weekends, alternative to ER, the after hours clinic is open. Of course, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com. And ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. I said this before. I'm going to mention it again if I could. ProCharge. If you own, sell for, work at, know someone who works at a car dealership, ProCharge, as I have learned from Mr. The Riot there, ProCharge, all these car dealerships, in order to receive their inventory of EVs, they've got to have they got to be up to standard or code, whatever. So they got to have chargers at their dealership. So all of these places or all these car dealerships kind of scrambling to get their EVs. So if you know somebody who works at whatever, connect to a car dealer, ProCharge EV. They got inventory, master electricians ready to install, all that good stuff. And one other thing that's a request, I would ask you very kindly. I'm going to drop a link in the comments. I mentioned this before. I'm going to drop a link in the comments. I would really, really, really appreciate it if you would just take one quick second. It's a link that will take you to a review page for Hudco, for Google or Facebook. If you could leave Hudco a Google review. What do you want, buddy? Oh, bless you.
I just put you.
There you go. What do you want?
Daniel.
Daniel?
On TV.
Oh, Daniel on the TV. Oh, okay.
Not for TV. Not for that show.
Well, do you want to come say hi to Dad Show real quick and then see Daniel on the TV? Come say hi to Dad Show and then Daniel on the TV. Okay. So, what do we say?
Hi, Dad Show.
Oh, well, that was super sweet and energetic and fun and playful. I love you so much.
Yes.
What color's Drew's jammies?
Red.
Red. Good job. Hey, did you get a haircut yesterday?
Yes.
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Sharky.
Sharky's. And who did we see at Sharky's?
Cynthia.
Cynthia cuts Drew's hair at Sharky's.
Duh, duh.
Yeah. Okay. So, just as a
Now,
now Daniel Tiger. Okay.
Label,
sorry about that, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Y'all are y'all are always very kind to wait through that. You know, to sort of, oh, he's coming back. Fast. Huh? Fast, fast, fast. Oh, now he's going again. Anyway, so I posted that link. The long story short is the way Google allocated our reviews, they all went to the Shreveport office. So that is the Bossier office, which is perfectly fine. But the Baton Rouge office has like 4 Google reviews as a result. So if you click that link, just take one quick second and leave us a 5-star review. I would really, 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 really sincerely, really appreciate it. Like, just take one. It's the one I just posted in the comments. It will take you like 2 seconds just to click, hit the Google review, leave the Google review, submit. That would be so helpful. Thank you. Okay. Strong side, who will have the most home runs this season? I'll go Tommy White. It's hard not to, right? He and Dylan Cruz should be right there. I think you'll have. They'll both hit 20. I don't know if Skeens will have the number of ABs to get to 20. Joe Bear will be interesting too to see where he falls in the lineup. DA Matt, I have the same problem with ESPN. Go to settings, get out of the TV provider, re-enter the password for TV provider. Okay. Good to know. Star Hill Stunners. Matt, my TV was doing the same. Log out of ESPN account, log back in. Okay, that's what I'll do. Okay, thank you. Bet the opposite of Mattress Mac. Mattress Mac won $75 million on the World Series. Lou, why did LSU fire Will Wade with no penalties so far on the coach or the program? Paying players is the main priority in recruiting now. Yeah, so I understand that it's the main priority in recruiting now. Will Wade was just, 3 or 4 years ahead of his time, I guess. Why did they fire him? Because when they worked his contract after he was reinstated, if LSU received a notice of allegations, they could fire him for cause, so they did. And you better believe that was throwing themselves at the mercy of the NCAA to try to avoid sanctions or harsh penalties, and also to prevent both football and basketball from receiving level 1 violations at the same time, which would then land the lack of institutional control. Come see. And at that point, then the NCAA could come in and look at anything they wanted. Fast. One of Sidger's backpack is beeping. This is what I mean.
What?
Okay. Off you go. Okay. So, I know some of y'all have been asking, I guess it was, and I did not hear what Jordy said, but apparently some of y'all have said that Jordy said that LSU's not going to get sanctions and Will Wade's not going to get punished. And I haven't talked to Jordy. I'm certain he's getting that directly from Will Wade, and we'll see. I find that very hard to believe, but we'll see. Maybe firing Wade is what will allow LSU to skirt penalties, which I hope is the case. Let's see. Chris P, what's going on? Shane O'Mac, what's going on? Strong side. What is it? Merrick Mathern, an EV is a golf cart on steroids. Merrick, you've never driven an EV. If that's your opinion, you've never driven one. I would say an EV is more like your cell phone with wheels. You're driving a piece of technology. And by the way, if you think that's a golf cart, bro, I mean, I have an electric golf cart. An EV ain't an electric golf cart, dog. I mean, that would have been my thought too. But Merrick, that's like, you have not driven an EV, clearly, ever, if that's your opinion. The technology is phenomenal. The power stunned me. I shouldn't say this, but I was driving, the first one I drove, let's just say I very, very quickly and easily got over 100 miles an hour, way faster than it could have in my ice engine vehicle. They go, bro. They go. I don't know why that's so controversial to people. Like, it's just technology. Like, if you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't. I mean, your gas guzzling SUVs, your diesels, like, that's not going anywhere. I mean, you're still going to be able to drive those. Like, drive that if that's what you want. Who cares? But like, why? What's the big deal if someone wants to drive an electric car? Like, I don't get it. I don't get why people get so emotional about that conversation. Like, if you want to drive one, drive one. If you don't. Who cares? How's that any different than when cell phones came around? There were people who say, I'll never have a cell phone. I don't want people to be able to get me at any time. Phone. Not everybody's got a cell phone. It's just technology. World adapts, man. We'll see. We'll see if there's enough adoption. The manufacturers wouldn't be ramping up production of them if there wasn't demand, which I know there is demand for it. I've talked to enough of the dealers that know, like, they have a waiting list. They can't get inventory. I'm not telling you it's going to be 50% of the vehicles on the road next year, but anyway. Aaron Hornsby, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Stuart Reitmeyer, good morning. Brian Penton, what's going on? I want to tell you I moved to Vidor, Texas. All right, Brian. Well, new beginnings, man. Cheers to you. I'm sure you'll be passing through this way from time to time anyway. So, hope that's a good move for you. Hope all's well. Stay safe on the road out there. Oops. Where was that one? Who was that? Bubba, let's see. With conference expansion happening next year, will it impact non-conference scheduling? No. I still think that the SEC is going to maintain their Power 5 non-conference mandate. So you'll have 9 league games, a Power 5 non-conference, which will give you 10 of your 12 games against Power 5, which is really exciting, man. You keep eliminating some of the garbage games nobody wants to see. And a big reason for that, too, remember, is you have some of those traditional rivalry games like Florida State, Clemson, South Carolina, Kentucky, Louisville. Okay, bud. Georgia Tech. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:30. I gotta get going. Daddy gotta go shower. Gotta get ready to go to church. Fast.
And then.
Well, after Dad gets home from church, we'll go to the mall. And then later, watch Super Bowl. Shane O'Mac watching The Godfather this morning. Wonder if the Saints should make an offer to the Ravens for Lamar Jackson. They can't refuse. I don't think that's going to happen, man. I just, Shane O'Mac, I'd be down. It's just the Ravens are going to franchise Lamar and then sign him later. Bryce Bergs, Jared Esprit. How about a little jingle on Super Bowl Sunday? You know what, Jared? It's been a minute since we played the jingle. Let's do it. I like it. Okay.
Need a roof? Call someone you know. Scone and Terrio.
All you need is Hudco.
Call Hudco Roofing.
364
1007.
Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. All right. A few more. Gregory Gordy. Chris P, am I looking this right? Only one like? No, there's 100 watching, 42 likes is what I see. But I'd like to get that higher if we could. Kyle Miller, good morning, Matt. The wife and I got tickets game 3 of Tennessee series. Can't wait. All right, Kyle. Trivia Carter, good morning. Cliff, looking forward to the game one of LSU. Looking forward to game one of LSU at a hotel restaurant. Sounds like a lot of fun. It's going to be fun, dude. I'm telling you, Cliff. I'm telling you. So he's talking about we're going to be at Tallulah on Friday. It's inside the Renaissance. Renaissance right there on Bluebonnet. I'm telling you. The food at Tallulah is going to blow you away. You're going to be stunned at the quality of food for the price. It ain't just like a restaurant and a hotel. It's like bar food, sliders, little square pizzas, and chimichangas. It ain't that. They have a full-on chef who has a chef-curated menu, Jason Abair, and food's phenomenal. Y'all are gonna enjoy it, man. They're gonna have two big projection screens. So if you're not going to the box on Friday and you want a place to watch it, as soon as AFR is finished, I'm jetting over to Renaissance, so we'll watch it there. Y'all come on out. They're gonna have free craft beer tasting with Rally Cap. Taylor Calandro will be there with free samples. He's gonna have some allocated whiskeys. They'll be giving out free samples. They will have food and beverage discounts, specials. We'll watch the game. So y'all come on out, man. Friday, Tallulah inside the Renaissance. Trivia Carter can't go cross country with an EV. Then don't go cross country in an EV. First of all, I don't drive across the country anyway. Second of all, I think that's what most people will do. They will have one ICE engine and one EV. So that way, if you want to go have it until infrastructure gets up to par, you drive around town in your EV. And if you go on a long trip, you drive your ICE engine vehicle. Like, the objections are so stupid. Like, I mean, people are like, well, what happens when a hurricane comes? How are you going to power your car? I have a generator that powers my house. I'll power my car. Well, what if you don't have a generator? Well, then I'll power my car before the storm comes, and I can get a week's worth of ride in that vehicle. Like, the same thing you do when you go gas up your car before a freaking storm comes. Like, well, it's just like the people who get emotional about it for dumb reasons. Like, if you don't want one, don't buy one. Ain't no big deal. It's like, I like sneakers now. If you don't like sneakers, don't buy them. Who cares? I will. I'm not telling you what to do. It's just an option. I don't get like why. I really don't understand why people have made the EV conversation into like this really contentious like red versus blue thing. It just ain't. Anyway. Stuart Angers, good morning. Roger Dodger, morning, Matt. Can't believe we live in a world where I'm more interested in women's college basketball game than the Super Bowl. Not me. More interested in the Super Bowl for show. Cold Case, get a Roku, man. We got Rokus on all our TVs in here. This, I don't know. I think this is a Roku TV, as a matter of fact. Maybe not. I don't know. Chris P, I can only click the like button once, so here's some more. Be fair, what's going on? I've done it in a Tesla cage. Oh, you're going across country. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, there's Tesla superchargers down the interstate, but that's what the federal government is doing right now. Is they're ramping up infrastructure. Like the state of Louisiana was granted $81 million in federal funding to upgrade EV infrastructure. So you're going to start seeing more chargers and charging stations, along I-10, 110, along places like that. Gulf South manufacturers are being forced by government regulations to expand into EVs. I don't dislike EVs. I dislike how the government is trying to fast track them when our nation's infrastructure isn't ready. So I don't necessarily, well, there's some of that I don't necessarily think is accurate. But I don't disagree on some of it, which is why they're ramping up infrastructure for sure. But there's a demand there as well. I know the demand's there. I know I've talked to people about the orders that they've had to put in and wait 12, 16 months for cars because you can't make them fast enough. And since when has the government not given certain breaks or directives to the auto industry? Let's see. No, Cliff, it's not forced obsolescence because ultimately you have to have adoption. People still have to go buy them. You know what I mean? So it's an option, and if it proves to be a better option, then yeah, they'll make more. But they're not gonna stop making ice engine vehicles. Let's see. Dalton Barnett went back and saw the whiskey and wine you did at the Rose Bowl. I was there. Remember the poop show made me giggle. The confetti flashbacks. And maybe I need to go watch that again. It was me and Russ Mitchell like walking out of the Rose Bowl doing the show on my phone. Chris Marrero, Matt, I think 3 permanent. Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Florida, with OU being rivalry weekend. I completely disagree with you. Ryan Pike, I'm from San Antonio. I'm heading up to Austin February 28th to watch LSU baseball play UT. Okay. Yeah, man. So they're playing 3 in Round Rock, and then like they'll just stay there, and then Tuesday they'll play Texas in a midweek, which is pretty cool. So they're gonna challenge themselves a little bit early. Cool case, Matt. You need to have E-Rock open up a treat shop store in Baton Rouge. She don't need to open up a business. Nah, man. No. Trivia, I'm not against EVs. It's just too expensive and forced. So that's the thing. Like, it's not going to be expensive. That's part of the manufacturer ramp up. Is that like the Tesla has been a premium EV, but I think one of the Dodges that's coming out is going to be like under $30,000. So it's all of the your Ford, your GM, they're all manufacturing models that are going to be affordable. That's the thing. Hunter Guidry. Volk won that fight last night at SMH. I didn't watch it. What happened? Let's see. Wait, so did it go to the cards? Makachev was a huge favorite in that fight too. He won a decision? Unanimous decision. Yeah, man. Look, I didn't see the fight, but it was a unanimous decision. That's a little hard for me to get behind your thought that Volkanovski won the fight. I again haven't seen the fight, but unanimous decision. Come on, bro. La 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 la. Yeah, and then the other thing, that's so cool. Case talking about the power grid. Like, I would really encourage you to read up on the power grid, which it's not actually a problem because the charging stations, especially homes or otherwise, will in turn, as they're being powered, refeed the grid, and it actually becomes a support system for the grid. But anyway, like, I get it. A lot of people have made up their minds with fallacies that they've just accepted as fact without actually doing research on it. So read up on it. Volkanovski knocked him down twice in the 5th round. Okay, well, but is that the only round he won? I mean, in a 5-round fight, that's great. I mean, you can even have a 10-8 in round 5, but that doesn't mean that you're going to win the fight. Chris Morero said Makhachev won the fight. It wasn't close. Okay. Greg Dugat watched. They got it right. Surprised it wasn't more swayed, honestly. Okay, cool. Michael Angeron, good morning. All right, y'all, I think we're done. Oh, God, it's 10:45. I got to go. I'm going to church. All right, y'all have an awesome day. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy day with family. It looks beautiful outside right now, man. So wherever you are, hope you have a phenomenal day. As always, thanks to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing. I'm going to drop one more time the link, if you would, on the way out. Click that link that I just posted and leave Hudco a Google review. I would really, really, really appreciate it. I mean, it would take you just just click it, hit the Google button, and just leave a 5-star review. I mean, it'll take you 10 seconds. So anyway, I really appreciate it. And we... Bubba, Matt, you're using logic and fact and what boils down to a political argument. Facts have no place there. Got it. Okay, anyway, that's good. It's not a political thing. It's a piece of technology. If you want to buy one, buy one. If you don't, don't. I don't care what you choose to buy, but or what you choose to drive. It's just an option if you want it. So anyway, okay, gotta go. I will see y'all later. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Peace.